Hello and welcome to another stream of Broken Sword Reforged. There's already a viewer. Welcome, very nice. Sound on. Perfect. Let's see. Last time, yes, of course, we stopped in. My sound is off. That is better. We stopped in the villa of the Countess in Spain. We did some puzzling and got some stone key and the Bible out of the mausoleum. And now we're gonna talk to the Countess.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Still a little sad for me. It's better. What? Okay. Show her the stuff.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
Well,
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
good.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
True, there
Thou art
were
my
the
hiding
psalms
place.
on the grave
Thou
of
shalt
her
preserve me
ancestor.
from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
There's a
Salient
unicorn
points seem to be
on
a
the
hiding place and a deep
tapestry
well.
in
In
the
no sense is the mausoleum a
in a
well,
museum.
Senor Stobbart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay. Ah, she took the Bible. Okay, then let's talk to Lopez.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
He's our new best friend. He likes us now. Lopez.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
The well.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Huh.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water,
With
even if it is
root.
meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about
Water
water
dowsing.
dowsing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and
Hmm.
walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Huh? Wait, what? What? Did he... Did he just show me the inside of his pants?
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Señor Stobbart.
Huh?
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Let's try that again.
Certainly, Señor.
What?
Catch you later, Lopez.
What didn't I
Adios,
get now?
Señor Stobbart.
Ah, he pointed at the tree.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Ah, come on.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe there wasn't a... So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Then Lopez needs to cut him down.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, Señor.
I can't find any usable branches on that hazel tree.
No. Que lata.
How am I supposed to find the well without a divining rod?
I have no idea, Señor.
Oh, never mind.
What? Doesn't he have any
Catch you later,
tools?
Lopez.
Adios, Señor Stobbart.
I went over to find a suitable...
Nothing.
I don't believe there was...
Okay, that is not good. Which means either there's one in the mausoleum, or we hopefully get one inside of the mansion. Maybe upstairs. We can get something, build something. From the logs, maybe?
It was way too warm to light the fire. The fire was made up and ready. Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
Oh, we search for
Beside the
Y-shaped
fire
log.
was a stack of logs for fuel.
Contest.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
No? That is disappointing.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
That is disappointing. Where do I get the Y-shaped hazel thingy? Maybe. Who knows?
I wasn't gonna put on the armor.
Yeah, okay. In the mausoleum? Do I have something? I mean, this thingy here. Hello? How more Y-shaped can it get? Do we have something to cut it down? No. Huh? Or here maybe. Everything's not Y-shaped. Absolutely, Mr. Stobbart. If nothing is here, there is nothing. Well, can we take the pole maybe to rip? No, I thought maybe we can rip it away from the tree.
It was too delicate to move.
Okay. So nothing here. I don't expect that they want us to leave here from Spain. How? To get that.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
It's the only. Of course, it's the only hazel tree. Lopez.
Hi, Lopez.
Not me.
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden in...
And
We
you
already
burnt
had
my lady-
that
No, it's...
talk.
I borrowed your mirror.
No, senor.
I borrowed your...
No,
That's not what I wanted to do.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Maybe he
Adios.
needs the mirror to find the correct branch. Of course not. Okay. There's the doggos. We can also not do anything. Yeah, still. In here was only the tree. The mirror. Maybe.
I didn't want an example of the taxidermist's...
Okay. Just thought maybe they are mounted on something that he can use. How about you smash the grandfather clock?
I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there.
Well, they definitely did.
I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from...
We also know that.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Hazel thingy.
What do you make?
It is the
Yeah, I showed you earlier. There's nothing else.
I'll have a look around if...
my home.
Fireplace? Nothing. The mounted head? Shield again, but...
I came here to solve a mystery.
Yeah.
Military
I
hardware,
understand.
medieval stuff. Now what the hell was... There was a boar's head over the fire. Must be hard to look happy.
Yeah. We know that already. Maybe you see another one?
From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often. It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see the garden,
Mm-hmm.
including Lopez, who was still watering the damn thing. It was a large window.
Hmm. 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 Is this maybe really just here to show us how those trees look like? Oh.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Aha. Nice. Do I have to do it, or does Lopez help me? He needs to show me how it works. Because I don't.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute? Certainly, senor.
No? Oh, here's the stick.
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Ah. Well, is it automatically? Okay, that is not. I thought that's not a puzzle. That is definitely not as easy as they make it out to be. Nice glasses. What is he doing? Ah. Wants to hit into the ring.
Senor Stobbart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now.
No,
The mystery is revealed.
it's a
It's
bottle.
a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobbart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Into the well.
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
True. Seems like he's not the best gardener if he never saw that this is somewhere on the...
The well had been lost for decades
Area.
at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
It's almost not seeable in the new graphics, but here it is. Some rock slide.
I'd need tools to move all that stuff.
Hmm.
Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
Nothing here. That's just a lion's head.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Then be fast. Oh. Oh, I thought that was a game over.
Oh, very funny, you psychos.
Signor Stobbart! Signor Stobbart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine.
Hey, tutto via da! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Alrighty. Do we have a light source? No.
I wish that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
What, there's nothing in there?
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out.
No. Okay, then up. Getting a light.
Hi, Lopez. There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
It's really dark down there. Do you have a flashlight or something?
No. I broke my torch only last month.
Damn. It's so bright up here, but the light's just not getting into the corners.
See, the light, it goes in straight lines.
Thank you for the tip.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobbart.
Hi, Lopez.
Didn't want to talk to him. I want. Was he turning away from me?
Certainly, senor.
I wanted to go
Catch you later, Lopez.
into the
Adios.
well. How do I? Oh, here. Then we use the mirror, I guess. What else would we use it for? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Pew.
There. In the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it seemed.
Well, a socket would be for a key. There we go.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Ooh, that's the children.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
What is he doing here?
George, welcome back.
Come in, Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it? Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, Josh.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Really? Andre. Google
The
of the
clues led to an
90s.
underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, Josh.
There's a map and a Latin inscription, To the west, at the edge of the world.
We already know that.
George found that in a cave in
Britannia.
Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
Yeah, and finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much.
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
Except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights
Templars.
Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
She's coming. He's coming.
I can't go.
Oh, too bad.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. But listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it
Let's
through.
go,
Oh, and
George.
don't worry about us.
She's coming with us, so feels like the title says, finale. Maybe.
It must be done.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere. Out there in the dark. Is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
How did this happen? They actually never really had a conversation or contact.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh,
There's a
no.
man.
Thank you.
Thanks all the same, man. Do you want to look after this ticket?
Not me. I don't want to get involved with the British Railways official.
The old lady. Is she really
Pardon
an
me?
old lady?
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
The voice?
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram.
Pegram.
I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of these, though.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd stay on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place, but we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
no.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Definitely the 90s.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is, and I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Why would we elope? Do you know this guy?
Have you ever seen this man before?
An interesting-looking fellow.
Interesting. He's a
Wait.
killer.
And that's not interesting?
That is him. That is him. I show him that I stole his ID.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
That is definitely him.
Where are you going, George?
I don't know.
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
He looks
Are
like
you
one of the
sure?
new Templars.
You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Maybe he's just jealous. Okay, what now?
Pardon me?
Yes, dear.
Nothing. Nothing. Can I go out now, maybe?
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Stereotypical, of course. Soccer fan. Excusez-moi.
Hi.
Football.
Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Go away, Basha. Wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Choose my mate. He's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs too, by the looks of you. Have you ever seen this man before?
Hi, man. He's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, man, but I was close, you know.
Yeah.
See you later.
Basher.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Okay. We have nothing here. Moving on.
Didn't open that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Mm-hmm. I actually just want to go out. What? There it is. What else do we have? Nothing. Nothing. Let's move on. The door.
The door was locked.
It's another door.
The door was locked. Oh no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Yeah, so he was the Neo Templar. No? Here. Okay. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone.
The door was locked.
Why are they gone?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
He said it. He said it. Even though he didn't really know her, talked like 10 sentences with her.
The door was locked.
The door was locked, and well, Luigi is standing on the other side still. Yep. Then we probably need to climb out the window.
Leave it alone, man.
I need to.
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know?
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Help me.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basseria. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightling Sea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightling Sea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Good. Let's go.
See you later.
Can I now just walk up to him?
I really didn't want to shoot them. Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Okay, but now...
Guido was still looking pretty menacing.
Yeah.
Guido was still looking pretty menacing. Guido was...
Okay, I get it. I thought... What was that? Is there a sound?
The door was locked.
Okay. Well, guys, then please come with me.
I didn't want to wait to be... Hey, bud.
What now?
Have you ever seen this?
Hi, man.
No.
Yeah, okay, so...
See you
what
later.
now? Ah, now they let
Give
me.
it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Suddenly it looks even drunker than before. Hey. Left or right? Where do we go first? Let's try here first. Jump. Good. And down there. Oh. Yo. Oh. Oh.
Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
I cannot. Okay. Then no.
Give it to it.
I don't I'm going...
You're dead.
Autosave?
Hold on there.
It would have been nice. Then I'm just gonna save myself. He shoots us. Then the next thing we try is the X. There's an autosave, and when I press continue, I'm down there. Stupid. Okay, let's do it like that. Saberoni. Well, actually, let's make a new one to be safe. X, 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 X. Boom. Okay. What? Manual save. There's the autosave. It actually works. But they don't load it when you press continue. That's weird. Okay, what else do we have here?
The extinguisher might have been useful to distract Eklund, but I couldn't reach it. There was no way I could open it. Can't you do anything to help me?
Boom. Is that a... That's a break. Isn't it? That's a... That's a... How's it called? Emergency brake? Yeah, emergency brake. Come on, please. Do not stack. Everything is stacked. Oh, there.
I always wanted to stop a train, and now was my chance.
That's why you don't stack them.
You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobbart.
What?
Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that
And so
land.
the tables
The
have
women
turned.
are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimole, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George.
Shot in the heart.
My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Huh?
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the bull to the village, Stobbart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner.
His nose back.
Maybe not.
No?
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
That was a lot of blood. Okay, let's up. No?
The guy was a professional killer. The last thing he deserved was sympathy. I had to admit it, though. I was sorry he'd ended up this way.
Yeah.
Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out.
Don't even think about it, Josh.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't
No.
be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you. The rear exit was barred and padlocked.
Okay, why can't I do anything with her?
Where do you think you're going?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobbart.
I will, when I'm ready.
Oh. Okay.
That's not that, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die.
You
I thought of
kissed
all the
her?
things
Didn't
I never
realize
get
it.
to do, and kissing you
Uh-huh.
was at the top of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Strickland could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's jump.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, then.
The rear exit was barred and padlocked.
Then here. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
A handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting.
Well, there's
Did he have any
definitely a gun
weapons?
in
You
there.
don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Or even
Wow,
better.
why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now.
Boom.
What's C4?
Plastic, Josh.
Come
We're
on.
going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of
Oh.
matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It
DDT
takes a small
hurts.
explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, Josh. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Okay, Nico. Should we just go in? Hmm. Well, Nico, gargoyle, some handles and a wheel. Okay.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
How do we get in?
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
No.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for. Who knows? I might find
Knows.
someone installing to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
What language is that inscription written in?
Probably
You're the
Latin.
languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
And now I see it. Okay, there you see nothing here. It could be Norse.
What should I do with this ticket?
Throw it away next time we pass a West Bin.
I
We're
thought I'd
probably
keep it as a
gonna need
souvenir.
it for something. Okay.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when I failed to move.
It's probably going up, my friend.
Examining the demon more closely, I realized something about its face.
Hmm.
It was a clever illusion. No matter where I stood, the eyes weren't looking at me. There was a simple reason. The demon didn't have any eyes.
Okay, so we need to find something to put into him.
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model. The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve.
But nothing is happening. Oh,
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
okay, then let's take the cock. Yeah.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
We have to do something here.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
No obvious way.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem. The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old.
Just try. What else do we have? Nothing here. Okay. We're trying to put the clay pipe into the mouth.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I don't know.
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay, go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell.
Okay.
Just see if I care.
Someone's superstitious. Do I get it out again?
I ran my fingers across the cold stone and probed the holes in the demon's eyes. Beneath them, the mouth formed another hole. But I wasn't about to put my finger in there.
And you don't get the pipe
I
up.
ran my
That's
beneath
fine. How about you try the nose?
Sometimes the most childish gestures can have a cathartic effect. The transformation of the demon to a clown did just that for me.
What the actual hell?
I ran my fingers beneath them.
Okay. Put the handle in. No. Okay. At least I got the pipe back. Okay, let's talk to her again.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Then we go out.
Nico, I found an old clay pipe.
Josh,
Woo.
I don't care.
Maybe not. Any suggestions what I could do with this cog?
Well,
Hmm? What did you say? Didn't hear. Okay, then let's look outside. We came from here. Can we go there? Yeah. But not really. No, not anything out there. No. What? And nothing here? I can't go here? Okay. No, wait. I'm gonna look at the cemetery if there's something here. There.
I
Looky there.
figured Scotland had had enough trouble with Burke and Hare without me trying my hand at grave robbing.
Okay. Just a statement. Should we just leave Nico alone? Okay, we can't.
No way were we leaving until the mystery was solved.
Of course not. What you thinking? Let's go back. Just wanted to check if there is something. But at least it seems like we have everything we need inside there. Then can you put it in there? No. Can you put it in there?
There was no place I could attach the broken handle.
Broken.
I placed the cog and spindle back in the supporting frame.
Now,
Without the handle, the small cog and spindle were seemingly useless.
I think it's also useless with the handle.
There was no way of reconnecting the handle to the cog except by welding it.
Can we put... No. We put those two together. No. Can you put the clay pipe in here? Nope. Can you do something with the clay pipe here? Did I already try?
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
Uh-huh. A rope. Is there maybe something else in the rubble? A rope! We need the
Under
handbag
one of
from
the stones,
Nico.
I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Look. Is there more?
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
There.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top. I didn't find anything.
Okay. Wow.
It was an old coin.
We're trying everything now. Nope.
I pushed the pen top into the mouth, and it disappeared somewhere inside the statue. It had probably gone straight to Biro Hell.
Whoopsie. No. Okay. Can you combine them? No.
No.
How about those two? No.
That is not a good idea.
Okay. Can you give
Nico?
me the handbag? You cannot give me the handbag.
Any suggestions what I could do with this cog?
Well,
Well, that's what she said.
Look, I found an old coin. You think it's worth anything?
Josh, focus on the situation at hand, please.
Without the handle, the small cog and spindle were seemingly useless.
Out the handle. But why can't... Ah, wait a minute. Put it out?
Now that the handle was gone,
And... Can those two... No. Let's start with that one. Nope. Oh, man.
uh,
Uh...
hmm. The nose was a great improvement, except now he reminded me of my dentist.
Okay. There's nothing outside, so we need to do something with that. But the only thing we can do is putting this cog in. And he says that without...
I placed the cog and spindle back in the supporting frame. The wheel turned. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
No obvious way. How about unobvious? Just kick
The
it.
wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
Then find a rope. Nico, I need a rope. Give me a rope.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
But she has nothing to say.
Hmm.
Damn it. Check outside again. Now that we know that we need a rope, maybe he sees something that is rope-like.
It was just about recognizable as the church I'd seen reflected in the chalice. Templars, Roundheads and Cavaliers. This place has seen a lot of history.
A lot of
A
history.
large arch led into the tower.
Okay. There's nothing else. Still can't walk here. There's also nothing. So this is the farthest it lets me go.
There were lots of graves, some as recent as late Victorian. It looked like the locals had carried on using this place as a cemetery long after the destruction of the church.
But nothing I can use. Oops. Nothing here. I also don't see anything here. Also nothing seeable in the old graphics.
It was a heap of stones and stuff which had tumbled down from the rafters.
You don't find anything anymore.
I didn't find anything.
Then, gargoyle. You get everything now.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
Yeah.
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
Of course not. Damn it. It was just a waste. Let's put it in again.
With the clay pipe in his...
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism
Maybe you should...
for a myth.
Okay. Incur the demon...
Yeah, you're
Just the-
superstitious. We already know. So, Actually, okay. I don't need any of that. Or are you taking something back?
The
No.
cog turned.
Okay, that is really... Is the hole in there? No. Hey. Ah. What am I missing? What am I missing? I need something rope-like.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
But why would we do it?
There was no place I could attach the broken handle.
Also nothing to do here.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
What?
I tried turning the cogs, but couldn't move them. I needed a mechanical advantage.
Is that... No. Is that how it really goes?
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Okay. Did not expect that.
I tried.
Okay, okay, let's go. Are you
As
positively
soon as
surprised
I saw the
now?
flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Because they're all dead.
No, Georges!
What?
Leave a torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
Oh.
So what? Don't
Okay.
you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No. You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, Georges. Keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting.
True.
It was definitely gunpowder, but it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed.
Well, then let's just go down there.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
Of course.
What are we waiting for?
Let's join.
Will you look at that? The Fomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Oh.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience.
an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve.
It's actually
all
good.
will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
At least the idea is good. How they will do it is probably not good. Wait, is he killing himself? No. What? Okay. Is he becoming godlike or is he dying? Godlike.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait.
Oh.
Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you? I'll see you in hell first.
George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre et l'on to kill him.
Rousseau is coming. Ooh, nice. Ooh, ouchie.
wanted things to be right.
Everything is happening at once?
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Of course.
Well, well.
Come on, take the C4.
The great detective and his beautiful
Everything
assistant.
explodes.
It's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
Shush! What are we going to do?
C4. C4.
Okay, okay. Let me think.
Too late. Oh.
Shush! Stay away from me!
So perish all enemies of the new Templar Order.
Wow. A lot happened in the last 2 minutes. A lot of death. Phew. Okay. So. Clicking at the gunpowder does nothing. So it's either using the torch or clicking on Nico in order to tell her that she needs to do something with the C4 this time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, good. Oh yeah.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us.
No?
Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve.
C4.
Or in her handbag, to be exact.
Boom,
A
boom.
handbag full of plastic
boom.
explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Boom boom.
Oh, dear.
Stupid. Take me right here, right now.
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
Well, there's like 4. Oh, that was really the end. There's like 4 other games, so yeah. But what I remember is that they're not as good anymore. And they even made the jump to 3D at some point, which made it really horrible. I remember playing them, but I think none was as good as the first. Well, nice. Let's see if there's an epilogue. There is.
Hello again.
What now?
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
No more than you, I'll bet.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Aha!
What?
Is it real? It must be worth a small fortune. You stole it, I suppose.
I'm not a crook. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I've got a toilet chain from a bar in Syria.
No kidding. A toilet chain? From Syria?
Wait, what?
You sad man.
Is that all the dialogues that I didn't get?
What now, monsieur?
Check out my ID card.
Your ID card, monsieur? I don't think so.
No, it's Rosso's card.
Attempting to impersonate a policeman is a criminal offense, monsieur.
Nah, forget it. Thanks for your help, buddy. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Does the name on this card mean anything to you?
Augustin Rosso? No, dear, nothing. It conjures up the image of a Gaulois smoking, absinthe drinking French policeman. I'm sure the real Inspector Rosso is nowhere near so romantic.
I think you'd be surprised.
Goar, welcome. That is very nice of you to say. But it seems like you're come a little late, because as you see, we finished the game.